Hi everyone! So I wanted to make a quick video kind of talking about peer review, which we're going to do this week, and why it's important to our work in English 102. So this is a presentation that Purdue OWL, the website that I use a lot for research writing, made a nice PowerPoint that kind of goes over why peer review is important. There's a couple different types, and we'll talk about which one I'd like you all to do. But this is sort of the focus I'd like for this week. So I'll try and keep it short and sweet, and hopefully you guys are doing well. So when we talk about peer review, you might ask yourself what it is and why we're doing it. So I know that we completed this group project at the beginning of our course, and now we're doing this research more sort of on your own, and hopefully with a foundation of, okay, I need feedback and ideas from other people in order to improve both my research and my writing. So when you think of peer review, I want you to think of you're looking at these drafts or other people's writings from a reader's perspective, and you're kind of explaining how you see their writing. So you want to be kind but honest. It's really a way to not only get ideas for your own writing, but to help other people to see where they could improve or where they could be more clear. So essentially, you can do peer review in a lot of different ways. I give you feedback on your writing often, and that's a type of peer review. You might use the online writing lab from SWIC. That's a type of peer review. If you have your friends or a parent, a coworker look over your writing, that's also peer review. So I want you to think about not only the people in our course as your peers, but everyone, anyone looking at your writing can do a peer review. The one we're going to do this week specifically is from your classmates. So there are kind of two types of peer review. The one that we're going to do is this first one, the response-centered workshop. So this is more process-based. It's really, you're asking yourself as you read, how am I responding to the text? And that feedback is what you as a writer are going to get back from others. So it's not really where you as a writer are involved in the process, but you're like, okay, here's my writing. What do you think? What are your thoughts? How are you responding? Are you confused? Are you interested? Are you sort of looking for something more? That's what a response-centered workshop is, and that's really where we're going to focus. If you were going to go to the writing lab, you would probably do an advice-centered workshop where you would have them review your writing and then they would give you advice. So we're going to do really more of a response. These work best when they are structured. So we're going to be doing this with our discussion board, where you're going to have the ability to post your draft by Wednesday, and then by Friday, I'd like you to have read and responded to 3 different classmates' drafts. The overall feedback I'd like you guys to be giving each other is really this kind of first section. How does it sound? What do you think? Does it make sense? All right, and the feedback I'm going to be giving on these drafts is going to be more of the specifics in the bottom here. So when you think about, what kind of feedback am I looking to give when I'm reading someone's writing, I want you to focus on this first part. Overall, how does it sound? How does it look? Do you understand the article they're discussing? Do you see nice, good paraphrasing, a lot of quoting? Do you understand what they're trying to say and how they've evaluated this article? Often, I feel like my students think that we do peer review just because, and because I'm asking you to. And although that's part of it, I want you guys to also remember that it's really beneficial to not only you as a writer, but also you as a reader and just as a person. It's important to see writing through another person's perspective, and it kind of gets you thinking about not only other people, but your own writing, how you think, how you write, ways of looking at ideas differently. So as you do this peer review, be looking for ways that you can also improve your drafts and get ideas from other people. It's just really a kind of shift in perspective. So you're going to be going from, okay, here's me as a writer looking at this article, to that of a reader. And that perspective can really give you new ideas and sort of incorporate you in this process in a different way. So if you are confused while you're reading, a couple of ideas. If you are one of those people that likes to print out what you're critiquing and like write on it, more power to you. But if there's places where you're confused in your peer review, say that. Say, maybe, in this section, I didn't really understand what you were saying, or maybe you need an overall kind of main point about the article. Maybe have them sort of just answer questions. So questioning is a really good way to do a peer review. Also, bring up other perspectives, offer more examples, ask them, so what? So these are all going to be kind of involved in the peer review we're doing this week. I'm going to also show you guys the Purdue OWL website has some great resources. You can also email me if you're confused. I love all of that too. So really, I hope this gives you an idea of what I'd like you to be thinking about this week while we do this peer review. And the feedback you get from others and from me will hopefully bring you to a stronger place in your writing and in your research. And then just a reminder, your interview or survey transcript and analysis will be due next week. So just be thinking about that as we go. But hopefully it'll be a pretty chill week, and I will see you guys online.